Hello friends, welcome back to DIY Guy. Today we are going to install this Hella off-road lights in Renault Duster. So let me show you what is included in this kit. First one, this is the second one. It comes with cover. This is all the cabling, harness, all those things, and these are the clamps which come with this kit. Apart from that, we have this instruction manual, like how to install the light, what's the wiring diagram. So just first of all, just open this harness. I will explain you each and everything in this video. This is your relay which you have to install to provide the power from the battery. The source will be your car battery rather than the existing wiring. So I will explain you each and everything, the color code of all these wires, how we have to install it, all those things. So basically this kit includes all the wiring which you need for the installation, proper installation. Again, this wire is not properly, no protection covering is provided on this wire, so I will going to install those as well. So if we just disconnect this relay, it's too hard, yes. So basically you can see we have 4 wires over here. So this one, the blue one, is to provide the ground, and everything is mentioned in this. If you just check this manual, everything is mentioned in this. You can see it's clearly mentioned. The 30, just ignore 30 as of now. The red one, you can see the red says it for the battery. So if you check this one, the red is for the battery. It will go ahead provide the input power for your lights. And then is blue is ground. You can see this lock is provided, which you have to just tighten somewhere in your car so that it would be grounded. And if you talk about the yellow, this one, if you talk about this one, the yellow, it's just provide a signal, provide signal to your relay that you have to activate or provide input power from the battery to those lights. And there is a long black cable, it's a long in size. So we have to use this one to provide the input power to the lights, these Hella lights. If you want to install this switch, in that case we have to use this switch and this wire. But in my case I am just installing this. I will going to connect this with my the high beam. So whenever I will activate I will just switch on to high beam, this light will going to just glow. So let's start with the installation. First I will going to do the wiring part, and later I will going to install these lights. So start with the wiring part, which will going to consume most of the time. So as I mentioned in my previous videos, I will not going to cut any wire. I will going to just strip it. So the warranty remains intact. It should not warranty should not be void. So there should be no cut, and installation should be proper and clear. Let's proceed. If we talk about the relay, which will going to just trigger the activate the relay and provide the power to the battery. For that we have to provide the input power. And if you see just inside over here, we have a switch which is connected to your headlight. So first of all, just disengage that switch. To disengage that switch, you have to just to enter your this flathead screwdriver, and there is a lock. You have to just press it, and your switch will going to pop out. So it's very simple. I have just take out this switch plug from the headlight. So what you have to do, just you have to check on which one the high beam the power is coming. So I have already, for that you need a multimeter, or in case you have a DC tester, you can use that. You need one guy who will going to just switch on the light. use the multimeter to check which one of the wire is getting the high beam power. So I have already checked it. So this green one, in case you have the same, like if you are installing in Duster, Renault Duster, so in that case you have to use this green wire. So what I'm going to do, so if you check here on this green wire, I will going to apply a small, like I will going to just take out this plastic part of the wire and going to just connect the wire, the yellow one which I have shown in the relay. I will going to connect that yellow wire over here. So just start with the just taking out this plastic part. Before starting any of the wiring part, like if you are working on the electrical part or something wiring related in your car, so just disengage this negative terminal. So just disengage this negative terminal. You will going to see some of the little bit spark over here, so just no need to worry. Just disengage this negative terminal and just install back this nut over here so that you don't forget or misplace it. Install it back so you can see like there is no negative flow in your car, negative current flow in your car. So now it's safe to just start the installation part or the wiring part. So you can see over here I've just just take off this plastic part from the wire, didn't cut it. And like before doing the starting the wire part, just make sure like where you have to install the relay. You can see I've just I take out this bolt and install the relay over here so it's properly solid. You can see it, I'm not able to move it easily. So install relay over here. On the basis of that we will going to cut the wire, because the length of the wire is like standard, it's a long cable which is provided with the relay. So we're going to cut that one and going to make the length to this one. Also if we talk about, we have to provide the ground to the relay. So ground will be provided from same volt. So we're going to take out this and going to provide the ground from here itself. So first of all, let's just connect the yellow cable, which is the triggering wire, to this green wire. So you can see this is the yellow wire. So this is the connector of the relay. So yellow wire provides the signal to activate the relay. So like I have just installed the relay near the wiring, so I am going to cut this to make it short. Again, it's a yellow wire. If you are not sure, just open this manual. Like it's clearly mentioned over here, it's yellow trigger for relay. So you have to just cut this wire and connect it to the green part. So let me cut this wire. Apart from that, like I will provide the extra protection, the heat shrink extra protection to this wire, because there would be intense heat over here in this area. For that I will going to install this jackets, like the cable jacket. Like it's if you talk about ionide, like the whole like size is almost 3 feet, so it will cost you not more than 10 rupees here in India. So I'm going to install this one and just check the length, like how long it is. Okay. So install it like this. Like it should be neat and clean. So what we have to just wrap around the electric tape on this cable. So use this black tape. like in my all wiring parts, if you check my previous video for the installation of Hella horn in Honda car, all those videos, I use this extra protection. So as per that it's a bit long, so I will going to cut this so that it's covered, like the covered from the heat sink is properly covered. So I will going to little bit cut this wire, so I will going to cut it from here. Now let's connect this wire. To connect the wire properly, just divide these wires in the equal proportion, like you can see, divided like this, and take this wire, like it's not properly visible, so you have to connect this wire to this green wire. Let me connect it. So you can see here, like the yellow wire is connected to this green one. Now we have to just properly cover this with the electric tape, and after that we're going to just cover this with black shield as well. So now let's cover this one. So you can see over here, like the wire is properly connected, and it's covered with electric tape as well. Now we have to just cover with this heat shrink, I believe it's a heat shrink which is provided to protect the wires from the extreme heat which is coming from the engine. So we have to cover this properly. So complete this part as well. So you can see the the ground cable is installed. This is the ground cable which is installed on this bolt, and the relay is installed over here. So as of now we have provided the ground to the relay, we have provided the input signal to the relay. Now we have to provide the input power to the relay, which will come from the battery, from this positive terminal. You can see that it's marked as in red color, so it shows positive, and you can also see the plus sign over here which shows positive, and there should be a negative sign. You can see over here, it's a negative sign, so this one is neutral, or you can say the ground to your car. So let's now provide the positive power to the relay. So you can see over here, I have just connected the positive. While working on positive, just make sure you disconnect the fuse. You will install the fuse once the wiring part is covered, all the wiring is done. After that, we are going to connect this fuse. As of now, just disconnect this fuse so that there should be no circuit, circuit didn't complete. So just close this one. Now we have to provide the output from relay to the lights. So now connect that one. So we are done. You can see I have just properly insulated all the wires. So you can see should be the neat and clean installation. Later I will just use the cable tie to properly align or just install the cables. So we are done with all the cables except the input power, this one, the black wire. Again, it will be used to provide the input power to our lights. So now just route this wire as well. So we are done with the connecting part. So before laying the cable from your engine bay to that roof rail, before doing that, just laying the cable, just test whether the connectivity is through or not, the light is getting the power or not. So what I have done, I have just taken this ground, I have grounded from here. So ground is provided here for the lights, and the black wire, this one, which used to provide the input positive power to the light. So we're going to connect the light positive one to this one, and then ground one to that one, and try to test whether a setup is done. So now first of all, just test that one. From the light, the black cable is connected to the black, which is coming from the relay, and the blue one is connected to the ground. So as of now, like you can see, I have not properly covered the wires. It's still like naked wires, so make sure like it's not touching to any of the metal part of your car. You can see it's like it's dropped it over on this plastic part. So now we have to connect the negative terminal and connect that fuse. After that we have to just use the high beam and check whether this light works or not. So you can see the negative terminal is connected and the fuse, and I'm going to install the fuse. Now install the fuse. So we are done with the setup. So we have connected our relay, we have connected the fuse, we have connected a negative terminal, we have temporarily connected the, make sure it's not touching to any metal part, this one, positive one and the negative one. So now let's activate the high beam. So you can see when I activate the high beam, like relay is activating. It's done with the testing, like temporary testing, like the wiring is done, every part is done. Now we have to just lay down all the cables. So what I've decided, the ground wire which will be provide the input to the lights, I will just going to take the ground wire directly from the battery to the lights. So I am just using the additional wire. I am using this additional wire. So basically I will going to connect them, and I will show you how to properly connect the wires. Just cross them like this, okay, and just start to twist them. First this one. Once this one is twisted, start the next one. You can see this one is connected properly, it's properly twisted. If you just try to disengage them, it's not easy at all. So that's the way how to connect the cable. Now I am going to just wrap it with the tape, electric tape. After that again the insulation material, and I will going to cover whole wire and just route this cable from here to the roof of the car. You can see I have just do the proper cabling, like the insulation is done, safety jacket is done. So now I have to route this wire from here to that side, and from there it will route directly to that carrier, and I will going to install the light over there, and the wire will go from here, will connect it from there. So I will going to use the cable tie to properly lay down the cable. So let's complete the wiring. So you can see I just opened the plastic cover from here. Just take out this plastic cover, and the wire will going to, this wire will going to route from here. There is a space in between this rubber, there is a space. So I will going to take the cable from here and all the way from here. It will go till here, so you can decide it will go from here to the roof rail or from here. So I would prefer this way because there is a support on the back side. So the cable will go from here again to the roof rail, then it will connect to the first light we're going to install here, and the second one going to be on the other side. So that's the way we're going to route the cable. Okay, so I have just routed the cable from here. As I said previously, it's going all the way from here, and from here it's going, you can see beneath the roof rail, and beneath the from here roof rail it's going, let me show it to you. So one light will be connected here, okay, and from here I will going to take the wire beneath this aluminum roof rail, this bar, and will going to that side. So one light will be installed on that side and another on this side. Like you can see, I have just installed the one light on the other end of the car. So, and after that just connecting the wire, I just you can see the cable, let me show it to you. Like the cable is coming down from there, you can see from the there it's secure. Make sure like the cable is not coming from the upper part, because even if you just put the luggage, all those things, there are chances that we're going to cut the wire. So I just try to just bring this cable beneath this roof rail, and after that like you can see it's coming from those brackets, so it's again safe. So now we're going to show you how to just install the light on this bar. Like first of all we have to make hole. For that I will going to use the drill machine, make the hole, and after that I am going to install the light. I will going to show you like all the steps. making hole, installing, I will going to use I will going to use spring Warsel and other Warsel as well. So let's first of all create a hole, and after that install a light and connect wire. Like you can see, I just make the hole over here. So now let's install the light. So what I'm just not using the OEM screw and bolts, so I just purchased this 2-inch bolt and I'm going to install it like this, and after that I will going to just install it in this light. It was installed. Okay, then install this one on this side, and please make sure you install the spring Warsel. So this is a spring Warsel, you can see there is a small cut in this, so this is spring Warsel. Install it like this and just tighten this nut. So most of the installation can be done using the 30 mm key. Okay, now it's done. So what I'm going to do, I will going to install a couple of Warsels. So I will going to use the couple of these Warsels to install the light. You can see again I'm using the spring Warsel. So let me show it to you. Like first you have to install this Warsel like this. Once this Warsel is installed, just insert the light in it over here. Then another Warsel. Okay. Then spring Warsel. Then it's nut. Then it's nut, the last one. I forgot, I need to install another Warsel. So total 3 Warsels and 1 spring Warsel. You can say total 4. Now just align. So let me show you, this is how it looks. Like you can see from the top, this is the 1 Warsel, and the bottom you can see, let me show it to you properly. The bottom there is 1 Warsel, thin one, then spring Warsel, then nut. I'm going to install the 2 nuts over here. So the first one is almost tightened. Yes, it's done. Now I'm going to install the second one as well. And this is the second one. Just tight this one as well. Okay, we are done. So you can see the light installed. This is from the front. You can see it installed. So now just complete the last wiring part. So I have to connect this one. So after like connecting all the wires, we are done with the installation of Hella lights in Renault Duster. So I just want to show you. So this is how it's connected over here, and the wire is going down from here, and on the other hand it's connecting the same way. So the negative terminal is connected, and this negative wire as well. So you can say like this is how it looks in the daytime, and I will going to try the same thing in the night, because I have to do the alignment as well of these lights.